Hello, everyone. This is just a short video showing off some of our quests. So we have an NPC here. Actually, his name is Chef, and you can interact with Chef. And Chef has three quests for the player. Um, you develop a relationship with him over time, and if you complete some of his quests, you end up getting uh, his old tenderizer hammer, and you can take that. So we won't run through those quests, but I just wanted to show you Chef. Now, some of the other things that we've been adding in, as you can see, we've done a lot of world building. We're going to go over here to a scholar's backpack at an archaeological dig site. And here we are at the dig site. And the thing about this scholar's backpack is the statue here is a little clue to some of the dialogue that you get into. But let's talk. Let's look at the backpack. One thing we have going on here is we have a game master. So this really targets classic tabletop D&D because the game master acts as kind of an omniscient narrator and tells you what's going on. So we can search the backpack, and here's some of our link to kind of the old school tradition of gaming, which is basically giving the player choices. So, as you notice, the game master describes the backpack, and then we have all these choices. We can examine the contents, such as the knife. There's an object wrapped in a blanket, so on and so forth. So, as you can see, there's a lot of content here to do, and it really connects us with the classic era of adventure gaming and text based gaming. So, we'll quit searching the backpack and leave and go about our business. The next NPC is a guard that's here to protect Chef, and let's go talk to him. He has a quest as well. He has multiple quests, so let's talk to him. And the first thing he does is he introduces the player to the concept of a Madstone blight, which is something very bad. And so through your dialogue with him, you begin to learn that this area has been infected by Madstone, and ultimately, this kind of can result in a zombie horde because the Madstone acts a lot like Mad Cow, and it gets into your brain. So it's infected the wolves in this area, and so we'll go ahead and offer ourselves up with some help. Now, just for the sake of it, I'm going to use my DM tools here and give myself a tenderizer hammer. And so now I've got a tenderizer in case we encounter any wolves. We can add them to our buffer. So the next quest object I want to show you that we've added in is the dusty chest. So let's look at the chest, and it goes through the dialogue. The game master says you see an old chest, and of course, we'll try and smash the lock, and ultimately that doesn't work. And so we look at closer, and we find that it's protected by a magical charm or enchantment, and that we need to find the right key. Okay, I'll go look around for the key. Once again, this is one of the classic tropes of fantasy gaming: finding lost treasure, looking for a key to it, and all of that. The key, just for the sake of ease, I put over here by Chef. So we're just going to run and grab the key right quick. As you can see, there's some of the more beautiful aspects of the game that we've been adding in. Chef's having a feast, and many of the quests that relate to Chef pertain to getting ingredients for the upcoming feast. So, um, once again, talk with Chef. He would give you a quest, and then look, we've found the key. Yay! We get one dusty key. So now, having been prepared for that, we're going to run back over to the chest and complete that quest. Um, all of these quest areas that you see are developed with an amazing tool set called Dialogue System for Unity by Tony. And, Tony's done fantastic work on it at Pixel Crushers. And I'm a member of their Discord. He's been immense help in the development of this game. So thank you, Tony. Um, So here it says, let's keep looking for the key, but then we have the choice. Let's use this dusty key on the chest. And so you see lost treasure complete. As you can see, this has the kind of the look and flow and feel of older games that we were playing in the 90s. So by unlocking the chest, we got a special axe and some other items. Now, one feature here is there's a scroll to read. And so let's go ahead and read that so that you can see how we're handling like text within the quest, because one of the things about Fate of Aruna is there is a lot of stuff to read. So if you actually go through this correspondence, it's a letter between a man and his wife, and his wife Natasha is a famous archaeologist looking through these ruins, and you can read the various pages. Turns out the town of Lagertown is being led into a trap by an evil sorcerer named Centimere, and she's caught up in that conflict. And of course, then it's up to the player to continue these quests and um, ultimately assist her in uh, saving the Lagertown villagers, as well as bringing justice to Centimere, the evil sorcerer. Here is a cave system that has a new NPC that we're working with. So we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and load into this cave system. And here we are in the cave. You can see our beautiful cartoon water shader that we developed. Very nice. And here's a wise old NPC, a troll in a cave. Actually, he's an Anu, which is one of the ancient races. Great stuff. And he'll give you quests and teach you jewel crafting and alchemy, which everyone needs to know in a fantasy world. So we'll go ahead and exit the cave and load back into the main world, and then we'll show you the area where the blight has originated, and we're going to go ahead and hop on over there. I'll take the long way so that you can see the terrain, see the environment. I think we went for the visual style was a cross between low poly, kind of mobile style graphics where the objects are, very distinct, very stylized, but also don't have that many polygons, so it can keep our frame rate up. Um, Yet without sacrificing level of detail. Here is a Madstone wolf, and we'll go ahead and de-wolf him, and you see that you get a pop up that you've slain one of 3 wolves before dealing with that threat. So great for us, mighty heroes. Here is a secret passage that leads into another cave that our friend Steve has been working on. That's very exciting. Going into the Steve cave, we'll have many things, including some mechanics developed by Q-Man, where Q-Man will show us his ability to make these creatures called gazers follow the player and spy on him. And as long as you're being spied on by a gazer, you're going to be in trouble. Now, finally, then there's the log scrolls. This is a mining camp where Madstone was developed. Here is a dungeon entrance to a system where they found the Madstone and hauled it out here, and all of that good fun stuff. But here in these scrolls, you can of course read and uncover the kind of macabre story of the log of these miners who went into the cave under the insistence of Centimere that there was a valuable ruby-like stone in there. And so they say, what a rich haul, we found those rubies. And as you read the log, it spirals out of control and kind of seems like a diary of the movie The Thing or something like that, where people are being knocked off one by one, and then finally he says, this is my last log entry. It's a very gothic kind of trope. We used gothic literature as an inspiration in writing a lot of this for now. So great. Well, these are the quests that we've added in the last 2 weeks, and there is a very large world and a lot more to do. But we love your interest, and we thank you very much. All right, you take care.